guys, happy Wednesday. Guess what I'm showing you today? You guessed it, my barn doors. So before we get into the video, let me explain to you how these doors actually came about. So when this whole COVID quarantine business happened, I will say that it really allowed us to see how we use each space and how we live in each space. We have a big family, so we're always on the go. People are always in and out at different times. So it's almost very rare for all of us to be home at the same time. But with COVID and all that, it became a fight over who got to hang out in this room. And if you guys have been following me, you know, this room right here used to just have a dining table in it. You know, and a little table over on that side, and that was it. It was boring, yawn, and really non-usable. Nobody really hung in here. So with that said, I couldn't take the fighting anymore. You know, she got to use the basement, you know, yesterday, or she was playing video games all day and I didn't get to watch a movie. It was like, I was like, I can't take it anymore. I'm like, girls, if you guys keep fighting over that space, I'm gonna blow. And I said, let me figure out how we can resolve this issue. So I came down here and I thought, you know what, Liz, you don't use this space. Move the table out and let's create another family room area, slap some barn doors up so we can separate the two spaces. And if the girls, you know, in the future have their friends over, we can have two different hangout spots as opposed to one, because that's always been an issue here in the house. So anyway, I ran up by my husband and he said, you know what? I think it's a great idea. Let's do it. Again, I planted a seed. I basically moved all the furniture out so he could see the space. And then he said, yeah, let's do it. Let's go to Lowe's. Let's go early in the morning, right when they open. We'll get the lumber, we'll order the track on Amazon, and I think we have some stains, so it's really just gonna be the track and the wood that we're gonna have to pop for, and then we can say, done. Sorry for that long explanation, but I just wanted to share why and how these doors even came about. But anyway, I need your help with something. You ready? All right, in case you didn't notice, there are no handles yet. They're right here. Now, when we were at Lowe's, I found the coolest handle set. It was like black and it was hammered. It was so awesome, but they only had one. And I'm still nervous about going out, so I did not want to have to go back to Lowe's again, so I opted for this. So our question is, should we put the handles going that way, like this way? Maybe right there? That would look different because normally they're, you know, like this. Or should we go this way and put them up above that little beam right there? See, put them right there. We're debating about what we should do. So if you guys could let me know in the comments below what you think would look better, I would really appreciate it. So question for you guys, should we add this decorative accent piece? I think it would look really cute, but here's a problem. So I took this out of the package and I feel like this handle is too small for the scale of the doors, which is kind of a bummer. And I don't know that I want to run back out to Lowe's just yet. I possibly could order something larger, I don't know, but here's what I'm thinking. Let me turn it this way. It looks too small and it looks weird being up that high. I could put it here, you know, it would just be a different way to grab, and I could do it on both sides. I don't know if you can see, but, or I get a larger one because I really ideally want the handle around this height. But I would need something that goes up here all the way down here. So, dilemma. So when my husband started to, we ordered this from Amazon. When he started to install it, we did not have a beam there. And you're not gonna believe this, we could not find a stud. He was using his stud finder and he literally went all down the wall and we could not find a stud. And these doors are, they are super duper heavy. So that is when we found Holly at Living at Country's videos. And he said, you know what? That I'm gonna have to build a beam and then string it down this way to carry the weight of the doors. I've got to have something for, I've got to be able to screw into wood so it can carry the weight. So that is why the whole beam, that's how the whole beam thing came about. So he basically constructed a beam. Let me take you down so you can see. All right, before I show the beam, I want to kind of share the process with you. So this is the opening leading from one room to the next. And in the next clip, you can see this is where we were sort of trying to wrap our brains around how are we going to construct it? How are we going to hang the track? And this is the box that the track came in from Amazon. A stud finder was a must, and although we did not find any studs, which was completely bizarre, he did decide to hang the track, but ultimately he decided to build the beam so it could carry the weight of the door. Now, we did have some hiccups along the way, but it wasn't anything he couldn't figure out and fix. Here you can see the track is now installed on the beam, and it's super sturdy, really happy with that track. And here he took some clips of the process for you guys. The chain was a must because I think it's really what adds that authentic, rustic farmhouse charm to these doors. I love those little divots. And here's the stain he used, and this is what it looked like on the door. I'm telling you, it was so bizarre not being able to find a stud. But anyway, that is why he decided to build this beam you see right here. And that allowed him to install the track into the wood so that it would carry the weight of these doors. And it turned out really nice. And we took it down here in case we want to slide this open. But anyway, we're really happy with it, and I love the look it adds to this room. Now, if I wanted to, I could seasonally hang some wreaths on the doors, but I'm not going to do that right now. Maybe during the fall months, I might do that. Now, if any of you guys want to do this, I am in love with that track, and so is my husband. And like I mentioned, we bought this on Amazon, and I feel like it was very reasonably priced. So I will definitely link it for you down below in case you want to do something like this in your home. Now, I told my husband I wanted a real rustic looking door. And so he got the chain out, and you know, he beat up the wood really good with the chain. So when the stain seeps in, it has these little dark divots, which I absolutely love. I think it adds a lot of character. But anyway, those are the barn doors, and I absolutely love them. So just in case any of you are interested, Lowe's does sell standard height barn doors. And unfortunately, that wasn't going to work for us because if I remember correctly, we needed 90 inches because these are tall doors. I don't know if you guys can see, but they're rather tall. So I wish that would have worked because it would have been a lot quicker, but he did. He kicked this out so fast in a weekend. And I think the most problematic thing was that he ended up having to build this beam because we couldn't find a stud to connect into. So that was the hardest part, but otherwise this went pretty quickly for him. So you see, I'm gonna call this room my modern farmhouse, modern rustic farmhouse. That's what I'm calling it. It's casual, it's comfortable. You feel like you can just kick your feet up anywhere and just relax. So you might be able to see there's the theater screen. And then when I come in here, this is the other room. And all they have to do is shut the door, and they have their own little space. And they can watch a movie, and then they can watch a movie. No biggie. that's gonna wrap up my little video for today. It was all about the barn doors. And I'm so happy they're done. Life is pleasant, let me tell you. Come back and see me on Friday. I'm not sure what I will be up to, but I'll come up with something. I love you guys. Have a great day. Mwah.